Hmm. Could bad memory be a stumbling block when it comes to learning chunks? My question for you.
Yeah, so here we can refer to all this, cognitive specialists, and certainly they say that yes, poor memory can impede, learning, because memory is one of the components of successful progress. But again, I wouldn't put it too gloomy. Okay, it's because language and learning chunks is a very nice way to improve your memory. And from my own experience, I can tell you that when I started my CPA preparation, I mean, maybe some 2 years ago, I was quite proficient. So I started my CPA preparation already having quite a solid city. At least
Hmm.
I can give myself to have had it. So, and I was quite, again, chunk passionate and, this language nerd. But I realized that by the end of the course, which lasted for about 7 months in this, wonderful Polina coding school, I actually improved not only my language, but I improved my learning skills immensely. And it was just enough for me to take a glance at the text, and I could remember all the chunks from the text. So what I'm
Hmm.
driving at is that over the course of 9 months, it wasn't only my language that improved, but my learning skills improved just absolutely incredibly. And I was absolutely taken aback to realize that.
See,
So, yeah.
I mean, conscious awareness is key. That is for reals, for reals. Then we got a few more questions that kind of bring us to more techniques, ideas, resources, and everything. One of them is it true that learning chunks is probably the best way to improve students' fluency? And by the way,
Absolutely.
before you dive into it, please tell me what your idea of fluency is. Because
Yeah.
some people think it's about talking like that. It's fluency. I'm talking rapping. Is it
No, 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 no,
fluency?
no. Yeah, absolutely. So, fluency is, again, it's all about your ability to use language, yeah, in kind of to express your ideas. And fluency is not all about speed. Okay, it's never about speed, by the way.
Right.
You can speak slowly, which I'm totally incapable of. So sorry about being too quick sometimes. But fluency is all about your ability to produce meaningful stretches of language without inappropriate breakdowns. For example, if I say something like that, it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you see, I can't produce a meaningful stretch. But
Right.
if I produce a meaningful stretch, then I take a pause, then I produce another meaningful stretch, then I take a pause. This is fluency. And here we have to elaborate a little bit on what a meaningful stretch is. A meaningful stretch is exactly about a chunk, right? So that's why we can say that chunks, of course, are an integral component of fluency, and this is exactly what makes fluency. And even if we go to the wonderful Scott Thornbury, we will see
Yeah.
that he, says that your fluency is determined by not your command of words, but it is determined by your command of chunks, right?
Yes.
Because again, our oral speech is spontaneous, and consequently, the less we have to assemble on our own, the more fluent we will be. And that's why your chunk are kind of, this surefire way to fluency, to being able to produce those extended, meaningful stretches.
By the way, when you watch Natasha back, you will notice at least 5 chunks that she used. I was trying to focus on how you are saying that just to prove your theory. Because obviously we weren't getting ready for this talk. I wasn't thinking like, oh, I have to say this phrase for sure, or I have to use this chunk. We're talking from our head and heart and experience. Yeah, we're not thinking what to say. Why? Because of the lexical approach, because of this conscious approach to learning phrases, spending time with words, as Roxette once sang, yeah, spending my time, but with words, okay? Yes,
Exactly.
Paul also adds, fluency is a vague term with many definitions. Agreed, but it's definitely not about the pace. You know what? I have students who would need more time to express their thoughts, but their English is so freaking good. It's accurate, it's juicy, it's appropriate, but they would speak like that, and it would take them time to think of what to say, which does not mean they're bad or they're not C1 or C2 or C5, whatever. It just means that they take more time to think of things, and they are maybe a little bit more aware of things. They need to process things. You see, I'm a blah blah man. I can speak in Russian or English so fast that people won't understand me just because I'm
Yeah,
speaking
same,
fast.
same here.
See, but it
It's my
doesn't mean
opinion
I'm
also, I
good,
can say.
right? It doesn't mean I'm good. It's not the pace that should impress you, yeah, but the content, right? By the way, guys, if you